How's it going, everyone? Welcome to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to show you a little deck that I made. I didn't make this deck. I saw this deck on I don't really remember where, so I apologize to the guy that actually created this. It's a kind of budget but kind of not budget deck, you know. It's a landfall deck. The thing about this is that there are some cards that I don't really feel that you need here. So I decided to change things up a little bit. I decided to take out the Neverwinter Dryad, the Inscription of Abundance, the Bull Strength, the Lotus Cobra because I only have one. If you have more, you should play with it. Werewolf Pack Leader, one Unexpected Windfall, Toski, and this is a very good card though, Goldspan Dragon, and also Inferno of the Star Mounts. I also took out one mountain and one forest, and I don't know if one of these as well, the Highland Forest, because I was getting way too mana flooded, but we all know how the shuffler actually is, so I don't know. The deck ended up something like this, and yes, I know I have a lot of decks to craft, but it ended up something like this, you know, a little bit more removal to deal with the possible threats. The Sentinel, a very good one drop, you know, that can help ramp up a little bit. Reclaim the Wastes can get you mana whenever you need it. Valakut Exploration is a fantastic card here. You can play cards from exile, so that's very good. I put in 2 Wrenn and Sevens. That was the amount that I had, and I really want to play with this Planeswalker. Seems fantastic. And also 2 Ancient Greenwardens and 1 more Phylath. It's a fantastic card. Ancient Greenwarden lets you play lands from your graveyard. With Valakut Exploration, that's a fantastic, not combo, but you know what I'm saying, because you're gonna get a lot of cards thrown into the graveyard, and with Ancient Greenwarden you're gonna be able to play all of your lands from there. Plus, if a land entering the battlefield causes a triggered ability of a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time, meaning that every single land you play are gonna juice up things twice as hard. So that's absolutely fantastic in terms of what this deck can do. I'm gonna play a couple games now. I'm gonna record everything, and hopefully we can have some good matchups, you know, and just enjoy this deck. I think it has potential. Obviously you can work on it much better, probably. I'm not that good of a deck builder. But yeah, let's see what happens, and I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so just an FYI everyone, I had to record the audio again because the audio on the footage I recorded yesterday was terrible, so I apologize for that. I also lost the game sounds in the background, but I kinda enjoyed this match, so when there's like a silent part you're gonna probably hear some music instead. I apologize for the technical difficulties, but you know, I'm learning and I guess these are my growing pains. So let's go to the match. So I kinda played the game before, I got mana flooded and we lost against a Delver deck. The footage was not that great, so I just decided to screw it and record again. This end wasn't great, you know, but since I got the 2 lands plus a Sentinel that I could play on turn 1, depending on what I got on the second turn, this could have actually been nice. Unfortunately, I didn't really get anything, so I just attacked and put down the other forest and just said go. So now we got the second Sentinel. This changes some things because I don't really need a mountain to play the Hellhound now. You know, I could still make this play. It's kind of a lost turn in a sense because I couldn't even attack, but you know, it's better than nothing. Arena decided he wanted to play, just give me forests, but you know, it is what it is. I decided to just attack with Hellhound because I wanted to try and put the exploration on the field. I thought it would be countered, but against this type of decks you don't really have much to do except be aggressive. As long as you think about what you don't mind getting countered, of course, you know, but that's always like a trial and error type of thing, because you never know if he's gonna let the Valakut survive and save his counters for something else, you know. But that is a very good card. It was a good counter in my opinion, at least. Basically, before putting the mountain in, I chose to try and cast Valakut again, just to see what he was gonna do, you know, if he was gonna counter it again or not. I want him to spend all of his mana right now, so I could have a clean attack with the Hellhound. It's not fantastic, but you know, it's better than nothing. So that was my thought process. The guy came down with a Teferi, you know, things were gonna get serious all of a sudden, you know. He's been pretty controlling, let's put it that way, you know. And I just decided to let's go and see if I could actually kill him. The opponent still had mana up, so it was like let's see what happens, but I should have attacked with all three. I still had the Roil Eruption in my hand, and that was kind of a misplay on my part, but those happen. I'm a bronze player, so those happen more frequently to me. But yeah, I could have killed Teferi this turn, but I didn't. I cracked the clue because why not, right? I decided to attack him with a Roil Eruption because he was already on 4, only 3 more to get his ultimate, and that's always dangerous. So that's what I decided to do now. I got a Phylath. That's a pretty solid top deck, something that usually in games is very strong, you know, especially in a landfall deck. Obviously he got all the answers basically, you know. He just kept making sure his Teferi wouldn't die. I kept trying to kill him. It wasn't an easy ordeal, especially after that misplay that I had. He countered it. My memory is terrible, so I have to read cards again and again sometimes. It is what it is. Guy took his sweet ass time, the opponent, guy or girl. They took his sweet ass time, you know, making their plays. That's what they should do, obviously, but playing against this type of deck is already tiring, let's put it this way. It's already kind of boring sometimes because it's you know, it's a huge, it's a control deck, so especially in bronze you're not ready to deal with this. So now we see the Behold the Multiverse, fantastic artwork, love this card. It's just gonna keep getting more cards in hand. That's great for everyone, especially control decks. So on this turn we got another exploration. That was a good draw. I didn't want to lose it right now, so I decided to test the waters with the Greenwarden, especially if next turn I could play the exploration. That would be fantastic, you know, because I'll probably get some lands and just trigger multiple abilities. I like the opponent's sleeves. He decided to divide by 0. It could have been much worse, you know. It's still not the turn that I can kill Teferi, but we're close. Could be worse. I don't really mind him playing environmental sciences. Like, he gets another land, that's always good. He gets a little bit more life, but if that's all he does, I'm fine with it, for sure. So he played an elite spellbinder. That's always tough, but you know, that's the Rosa's card, so I kinda like it. I kinda thought he was gonna go for the Greenwarden, but he chose something different, you know. He chose the Valakut Exploration, which is smart, but at the same time it's kinda dumb because the Ancient Greenwarden would be much harder to recast, you know. I couldn't recast him, I didn't have the mana, but I had the mana to recast the exploration, and now he apparently didn't have a counter, so I was golden. I tested to see if he would, you know, trade the elite spellbinder for my Sentinel. He said yes, so I accepted it. I don't really mind because it was a flyer. He probably traded because of the Ancient Greenwarden, you know, since he has reach. Yeah, no one has anything. Memory Deluge, another great card. No one has anything on the field right now except the Teferi, but until he gets to ultimate him, it's not that big of a deal, at least in my opinion. It's pretty manageable, but the ultimate is what we really should be worried about. So I got land finally, and that kinda, you know, started the Valakut type of play, right? I tried to kill Teferi again with the Demon Bolt. Again, I was expecting a counter. This type of deck always has some answer. I decided to Scute Swarm just because, you know, he had 3 cards in hand. Scute Swarm wasn't really the big hitter, you know, in my end, at least in my opinion. So if I lose him, I lose him. That's what I thought, and of course he had the answer in hand. The point here, I really wanted him to keep spending the cards that he had. So in his turn he decided to play the Elite Spellbinder again, probably top decked it, and he decided to go for the Phylath. That was a good call. I'm not complaining or criticizing that. So this Brushfire Elemental is actually a pretty good card to have. I decided to play Ashaya first because I thought that the Brushfire Elemental would make more sense to play now, to play after, you know, maybe make him spend a counter on Ashaya, and if he didn't counter it, then I would get a land, because Ashaya is a land. Brushfire Elemental will get its trigger because it will also be a land, and then I would get the Valakut Exploration triggered twice. Plus, he became a 5/5, so I could just see if I could kill him now, or worst case scenario, kill his Elite Spellbinder and maintain a better board state. Valakut is a great card because not only you can play cards from exile, you know, it also starts to kill your opponent slowly. Once again, he was just taking his time, and I get it. He's in a tough position, but he has a lot of mana, he has more cards than me in hand, he has a Planeswalker. He's not that bad unless he has like 3 lands in hand, which I doubt, but the Arena Shuffler does what the Arena Shuffler does. He decided to play Sunset Revelry. It's not terrible, you know, he put blockers there, but not really for the Brushfire Elemental. So now Teferi was getting to 5, and that was starting to kind of worry me. I decided to play the Ancient Greenwarden. He has 2 cards. The probability of those being counters or removal is, I would say, decent, but not that strong, because he already played 2 Side Comings, 1 or 2 Divide by Zeros, 2 Fateful Absences. I think that's the name of the card. He's a smart player. He Field of Ruin my Ashaya, so that would, you know, not juice up Brushfire Elemental as much, even though Ancient Greenwarden can play lands from the graveyard, and I have a couple. Another one now. But that Evolving Wilds is gonna be good. I saw the Wrenn and Seven and I cried a little inside because I was missing 2 lands in this case, you know, to play him, but I kinda got a lot of Valakut triggers, and this was a decent turn for me. Because I could do a lot of things, and again I got the triggers. I was just bored, that's why I was starting to get a little bit bored. That's why I just decided to send one of those Brushfire Elementals to the face, not Teferi, but you know, that wasn't a misplay because it was on purpose, but it was kind of a dumb thing to do, obviously, because the Teferi was so close to getting his ultimate, you know, so he decided to fetch the academic probation, so you know what that means, no Brushfire Elemental in the next turn. That's okay, you know. You can see me highlighting the Teferi because I was really starting to get worried about the ultimate. But the opponent decided to minus him, so that was good for me. I was actually saying, I remember this, I said I don't really care what he gets from this minus. It's better than a Teferi ultimate, but then I saw what he got and I got kind of pissed. Yeah, I at least think he top decked an apparition. That was kind of rough because I was kind of counting on that one Brushfire Elemental to finish the job on Teferi. But it was a lucky / smart move by our opponent. I decided to play a land to see what the exploration would give me. I didn't know what he had in hand or exile or whatever, so you know. I got a Demon Bolt that was amazing for me. I tried to kill the Teferi. I finally did it. Then I said, okay, if he didn't counter the Demon Bolt and kept Teferi alive, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna counter this one, the Phylath, and I decided to attack, try to clean a little his board. I didn't understand why he did that, you know, why he jump blocked with the apparition, but it was made pretty clear at the beginning of his turn. A Doomscar just, you know, I give him a little nice because it was a nice play, but okay, this turn was strong. I managed to put the Brushfire Elemental, obviously there was nothing to block me. I had an Evolving Wilds in hand, so that was pretty good. The Valakut trigger was trash, I couldn't play another Evolving Wilds, but it is what it is. I cracked the one that I already played. Brushfire Elemental became a 5/5. I had another trigger. Vastwood Surge was fantastic here, because I had so many mana I could actually kick it. I played 2 more lands, I was running out of basic lands, and this Brushfire 1/1 Brushfire Elemental suddenly became an 11/11. I couldn't play another one. I was kinda, you know, sad because of that, but it's all good. This turn I swung for 11 plus the 3 from the Valakut Exploration. That was a pretty strong turn, and I also had enough mana to still play a Sentinel, so it wasn't bad at all. He didn't do anything. I was kinda thinking maybe another Doomscar or something like that, but it was saw it coming, unfortunately. I lost that Brushfire Elemental, but I still had mana in hand, so I could play it and you know, get some more triggers on the Valakut and see what that could give me. I decided to crack the clue because why not? Let's see what I get, right? Our opponent was in 4 He just had 4 life. With the board state like that, you kind of think, well, this is, you know, easy enough, but it wasn't. Again, he's a good player. He top decked another Fateful Absence, so he killed my elemental again. Luckily I had an Unexpected Windfall in hand, so I was gonna do that in his turn. I also cracked another clue just to have a little bit more cards in hand and see what I could get, you know. Maybe I could get like Roil Eruption if I still had one, because I was starting to get really thin. My library was starting to get really thin. I only had one more basic land. I decided to play it, you know, to see what Valakut would give me. Worst case scenario, I would go to the face, and that's what I decided. In his turn, I did what I wanted to do. I played the Unexpected Windfall. I got an Ashaya and a Scute Swarm. That wasn't that bad. I decided to put Ashaya first because it's already a land. I didn't know what he had, but I figured that the Scute Swarm now would probably be a little better for me. I got a trigger and a Wrenn and Seven, so again, pretty good. I decided not to do like anything with the Wrenn and Seven because I could still play a land, so the 0 wouldn't make sense. Putting another creature in, I should have done that, you know, hindsight's 2020, but it is what it is. I decided I wouldn't play the Vastwood Surge because I couldn't kick it, and it didn't make sense because I had no basic lands in my deck. I thought this was it, but it wasn't. He was holding on to dear life. He was just top decking not everything he needed, but at least stuff that was good enough to still keep him in play, and that was ridiculous, man. So suddenly he was on 4 life again, but I had enough power on the field to end this now. Again, taking his sweet time. I understand, like, he was in a very tough situation. If he sees this, which I doubt, but if it happens, please don't take me the wrong way. I understand it's tough to make decisions sometimes. So again, you see here he made a great play, you know. He just Field of Ruin my Ashaya again. I had 3 creatures plus the Valakut that could kill him, you know. That's what I thought, at least. I thought, okay, maybe this is it. But again, he was a very decent player. He was smart enough to use his Crawling Barons and just block one of my creatures, so he again went to 2 life. I decided to put the Hellhound in because why not, 1 more creature next turn, and create another one. And at this point I thought, well, only a Doomscar would actually kill me, right? He's on 1 life again. Let's see what he gets. it didn't do anything, so I said I'm not gonna use this, right? I have no use for this, so I'm just gonna attack and see what happens. He again powered up his Crawling Barons, but as you can see, it made no difference. He just started to power it up more and more, but he was fighting against the 17/17, plus he had 4 more creatures that was going directly at his face. So we ended up with a W. It was a tough game. I think this was a pretty good game. You could see the power of the deck, at least in some aspects, and it was a pretty good match to see what this deck can do. And that's it. That was the video. Before I go, I'm gonna open some packs, see if I get anything decent. But yeah, apart from that, that was the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a fun deck. It has a lot of synergy. You can do a lot of cool stuff with it, you know. I think it can definitely hold its own weight. I'm sure you can climb the ranks with it. Probably not reach mythic, but you know, you can have some fun. You can do some cool stuff. I think it's a pretty good starter to mid-tier deck. I don't think it's a top deck, but especially in this very control heavy meta and slash super aggressive meta that we have, you know, with the mono greens and mono whites just dominating. Same with the all runs and all of that. People are starting to think if that's not gonna be banned. We'll see, I guess. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please drop a like. Please hit the subscribe button, you know, for more content like this. Leave a comment. Tell me what you guys think I should be doing better. Tell me what you think I should be improving. And I'll see you on the next one.